Greetings and welcome to the second sign. This is my kind of regular Thursday evening live stream. It's a bit later than I normally do it. I wasn't 100% certain I was going to do one today. I didn't schedule it, which is what I'd normally do on YouTube and on Rumble, but this one I wasn't too sure about it, and then it got to this time of night and I felt something was missing. I got to get on a live stream and yak away at my computer for a little bit. I had actually set up something. It was a quiz. I've done a few quiz live streams. I've got one all ready to go if we've got time this evening and it doesn't go on, and the stream goes all right. And then it's anyone interacting in the chat. Perhaps I'll try the quiz. If not, I'll save it for another night. Yeah, I was just setting up that thumbnail for a quiz night, and I saw a video by chance on on YouTube, and was very grateful I did, because it was great. It totally, just like that, I changed my mind and said, okay, I'm going to completely change the subject now. We're going to have a look at a topic, we're going to look at some red rags to bulls, as it were, in the terms of inciting people to riot, I guess you could say. Let's wave that red flag. Red, is it just coincidental, but the colour red seems to appear regularly in these pieces of this imagery that we see of civil unrest, of supposedly real life news taking place. So big shout out to the YouTube channel it's called That Allegedly Channel. I'm actually just gonna oh, hang on, I'm having issues on YouTube. Let's see, what are we doing? Let me check the stream's working back all right. If not, it will just be going ahead on Rumble. Yeah, apologies, give us 30 seconds. Yeah, if you are actually able to watch this, then I'll let you know that let me play this. I'm not going to play it all, actually, because it's got a report by BBC News. Now, I do want to, oh, that's not the right one. Let me find it. Yeah, it's That Allegedly Channel is who put it up. I hope it's not gone already, surely not. About something that took place at Manchester Airport, presumably today. I'll bring up our display, but first I just want to see what's going on with this stream over on YouTube. Well, it seems to be playing alright. Yeah, I mean, no one's watching, but it seems that the stream is at least working alright. Okay. Unsure about that one. Meanwhile, let me bring up the YouTube channel of where I saw this particular video that completely took me off course from doing a quiz to a completely different subject, because there's some things in this video that I definitely want to look at, definitely want to watch. Let me pause that. As I say, I don't think you're going to hear the audio. I want to keep it that way, because being on a live stream, it does seem that you can have, if you're using copyright protected material, which we are by using BBC News, even though we're using it with fair use for review and education, that doesn't mean that they won't just stop the live stream. Assuming we are streaming, assuming we are even streaming. Let me see. Yes, we are streaming. But for some reason, YouTube's telling me we've got an error. Does that make a blind bit of difference? Probably not. Right, I do want to fix it. Oh, goodness me, what am I doing? I'm all over the shop. Right, yeah, we're going to watch that video in just a second. Right, send one stream to the primary URL and one stream to the backup URL. I don't think I need to do that, do I? Let me refresh the page. Why YouTube are telling me I've got... Yeah, definitely. More than one ingestion is using the primary URL. I don't know what they're referring to on that. But if you're able to see this video on YouTube and you want to let me know, say hello in the live chat, that would be wonderful. On that note, I don't think we've got the live chat up right now, but that can be done. Let's do it. Right. Okay, yeah, I'll try and bring our probably empty live chat up on the screen. Of course, you want to see the video I'm on about from the channel, that allegedly channel. I could be wrong. I wonder if that's the same content producer that goes by the name of... oh, it's completely gone out of my head as always. I'll get there in a minute. Right, just too many... yeah, the live chat's up if anyone wants to say hello. Right, as I'm fairly confident the stream's running okay. I'm going to carry on watching that. Also, hello to anyone who might be with us over on Rumble. By all means, yeah, say hello in the live chat. I'm going to put a message in myself, I think. Hi, welcome to the stream. Okay, that allegedly channel uploaded this video of someone apparently getting kicked in the head at the airport. Now, no doubt showing this I'll put a link to it so you can watch it yourself. You can comment on it yourself. Reboot the Matrix, that's the name of the channel. I believe it's the same person. I could be wrong. If they happen to see this and it is, you're the allegedly channel, yeah, let me know if you are in fact. Reboot. I'll put a link to this in the dead live chat. Everything on YouTube's dead these days, unfortunately. That allegedly channel. Okay, that is their video. It will probably, no doubt, watching this footage, actually get my channel. Will probably mean that this video gets restricted to over 18s only. Right, where are we? So right, we're going to watch it on mute. You can see what he's saying because police. Something about the police being under spotlight again due to a police officer supposedly stamping and kicking on a man's head. This video, not what it seems. Right, it's nasty footage. Red rags to a bull. Remember, I don't know if you've seen them or not, I've suggested that some such videos as what we're seeing here is scripted. We're going to try and look at this video in slow motion at the supposed victim. Just have a look at it, see if anything doesn't quite look right about it. I recommend you watch it in your own time, of course. Right, I want to avoid the bit which will possibly get me, get this video restricted to over 18 because they say it's violent footage. It isn't, it's theatrical. I mean, it looks quite nasty. Obviously, they've done a good job of making us think that someone was taking a whopping. Right, that's the nasty bit. And just look at the guy as he's led down on the floor. I'll play that back. We're going to possibly watch it in slow motion in a minute. I should... we're going to try and zoom in as well. Right, I'll play it through now and let you actually watch it. Apologies for keep stopping and starting. Obviously the guy's moving around all over the place in that bit of footage. You can see someone is moving, or at least but look at it there. It's actually in slow motion. Look at those legs, stick thin like a doll. Look how rigid this thing is as it gets kicked in the head. The only reason it's moving is because this person in the back who's blurred out, is holding it still. And I also think they make the move judder just before this bit. Hang on. Okay, watch it now. Someone appears to be moving. At least someone's holding the back of the person on the floor, their leg. Yeah, there's more later on when we will listen to the audio actually, because they say some quite interesting stuff about the people involved in this, what appears to be an attack. We get someone at the end saying they're people afraid to go out on the streets now because they think people are going to be after them after this happened. Trying to tell people you should live in fear. I think that's the message they want to drive home here. And this is the sort of stuff that will incite people to riot. What if it wasn't even legit? What if it wasn't genuine? Okay, let me... All right, first thing we're going to do is, as I say, we're going to zoom in and take a close-up look at that person. We do have the video ourselves. It is. Oh, by the way, I mentioned the red. People always seem to be wearing red and that are involved, almost like they're color coding it. While the great majority of people are wearing either black or white, you'll get the occasional red, maybe yellow and green. I'm not 100% sure what all the colors mean, but as you would expect in a theatrical situation where they're trying to direct people out on the street, out in the wild as it were, they need ways to identify themselves, and it appears that they use red clothing, certainly red shoes. Right, we will go on and, yeah, I recommend watching this video on the Allegedly channel. Where's the bit where they're stamping? We're going to zoom in, make it larger. I expect I could find the actual original footage, but at one point in this they call for anyone who hasn't already, they say there's a lot of people filming who happen to be filming this scene. Right, we'll play it in normal speed for now. Okay, here we've got, can we zoom in a bit more? Okay, that might have to be as close as we can. No, we can zoom in. We can always zoom in a bit more. Okay. Watch here. Watch how still this person is. I am going to play it actually in, I don't know, let's play 50%. It already appears to be slowed down to some degree, but hopefully we can see the bit. As I say, here it looks like it could be a real person. The legs look real. The arms look real. Seems to be moving around naturally, although there is someone holding the corpse, or the dummy as it were, and possibly making it look more real than it is. I have uploaded footage of this sort of thing before. At this point in the video, this other police officer, by the way, I don't see, or we'll have to take a closer look. I don't actually see any police branding on their tops. I don't think they're legitimate police officers. Does this woman look like a police officer? I don't know, hotel security maybe, but it's been reported as if this were police. And in fact, believe it or not, one of the people that were attacked actually is related to someone in the police. What a surprise. Okay. Now as we go down to the figure who suddenly becomes very rigid in just a minute. Right, here we go. Completely rigid. I mean, maybe they've tasered him, I'm guessing. That's kind of what we're led to believe. But does it cause a person to look like this? Completely stop. I mean, at this, from this angle, the legs don't look real. Whereas what happened to all the muscle that you could see earlier. It's turned into like a stick character almost. And as it gives it a kick, the woman behind actually lifts it up. The reason it lifts up like it's backing away is because, as you can see, the woman's got her hand on the back of this object's chest. Let's see if we can get that again. You can see she actually lifts it up to make it look like it's moving. That might be a real person. And then when they cut to this, she's moving it. She did that. And then she lets go of it. Look at it. I mean, okay, perhaps it had just been tasered. I mean, they're holding the tasers, but it doesn't make you look like one of those, like a mannequin, like a dummy. There we go. She's tensing it with her hands, and she then lifts it up so it can look like the person on their own is swaying back. See, she moved it before the impact even was made. Yeah, it doesn't look particularly real to me. We've seen in other videos, I'll point you, if you're interested, of course, to another one that I made a while back about, I can't remember, I'll let you know in a sec. We'll go on to my, yeah, I'll maybe leave a link to it if you haven't, if you're not familiar with it already. Those that have been watching for a while might be though. Okay, well, let me bring up my channel 1 second. Right, so yeah, big shout out of appreciation to that allegedly channel for uploading this, because if they hadn't done that, I absolutely would not have found it at all. Yeah, there is more footage that we want to watch. Well, so we'll watch that in a minute on YouTube. Okay, here we are, my channel. The video I'm referring to is something like mannequin slapped in racial psyop, I think it was. Again, it was designed to instill fear, anger. I noticed a lot of videos came up on X, or Twitter as it was called then, showing like people of an ethnic minority, I don't know, African Americans as I suppose you'd call it, black people primarily, causing horrible violent crimes, and they've all got the same coincidental features in that you always see someone wearing red. The majority of the marauding violent thug gangs wear black and white. One or two wear red, and the one or two who wear red seem to be key characters. Gosh, I made a lot of vids over the time. Makes it hard to find the one I actually want. Where is it? Must be around here somewhere. There it is. Boy slaps mannequin in racial psyop. Same thing, the person supposedly getting slapped over is absolutely rigid. You don't see any movement from them. So, here we go. Look at the absolute stationary person. Just like and as you can see in the background, people wearing red. The people in red are the perimeter of the shot, I think. My goodness, I take a long time to... Yeah, I think again, because I didn't want the video age restricted, I didn't want to show the full slap, so I tried to do still images, hopefully to avoid such, meaning that, yeah, only people signed in ever see the video. Yeah, that person's stationary, not just because I keep the video paused, but throughout the whole thing, never moves. Just like the mannequin used on the other video. Right, I will put a link to this. Yeah, you see the hand looks weird and the same colour as the legs did in that previous one. If you want to see Boy Slaps Mannequin and Racial Psyop, it is up on YouTube. I'll put a link in both the live chats. Boy Slaps, I'll call it. And I'll put it over on Tumble. See, where are we? Yeah, well, and also along with that, I've covered a few other videos recently. I do want to watch the rest of that one about what they say. It's all very coincidental. Perhaps we'll watch that. Hang on. We'll watch it over on YouTube in just a second. Right. Okay, the rest of the video. Before we go and look at any of the other stuff, we will stick with what we're actually... the subject at hand. And we'll watch the video that you can also see on that Allegedly channel, of course. Let's see. Hopefully you will hear it. Right. Let me play it and make sure you do actually hear it.
Involved has said the medical condition of the injured man has worsened, with the scan revealing a cyst on his brain. Ahmed Yaqub said the incident had been traumatizing. It was something that...
Okay, at this point in the video, we've got where we're told how frightened the people are, and they mention that one of the people, I think there was meant to be 3 people. You only see one person take a kick in, or I say person, the stock still motionless dummy that appears to get kicked in the head. Wouldn't it be an outrage if this video was the reason people went out and started looting and rioting? Oh, just ridiculous. Oh, what am I doing? Right.
Hasn't been seen before, such police brutality. And I could tell you...
We've never seen such police brutality before. Not sure of that. We've seen it with George Floyd. And another video that I covered. Didn't that cause rioting over in the United States of America? Where a person allegedly got killed by... yeah, he was on the street and the police just start picking on him. So we have seen this sort of police brutality before. Maybe not in this country, but not at least not that which has been caught on camera.
Guys, now that the people who were assaulted by the police are members of a police officer's family.
Whoa, what a coincidence. They got their family members involved for this one. It was, I'm guessing, it was an Asian person. And as I said, have we seen any actual police branding on the clothes of the people who are carrying out the attack? Hello to Susan, by the way. Great to have you in the live chat. Thanks for being with us.
Who is currently serving in the Greater Manchester Police Force. This man is now afraid to go to work. He went in today and spoke to his supervisor, and the only reason he is not going to work because he is fearing for his own safety, and he thinks, like his family members were the victims, he could be a victim.
What? Run that past me again? They think the victim could be a victim? Is there any doubt about it? This was apparently on a BBC News programme called... oh, what do they call it? Confirmed... no, not confirmed. We'll have to play it from the beginning to get that. Oh, what do they call it? Right.
Live, we start here.
Verified Live, that was it. Okay, we'll go back to where we were. And it says, well, how are you verifying any of these things that go on? Right, we've got another. What this woman says now is kind of interesting as well.
The condition of this man, but also that development that there were three brothers, two of them there at Manchester Airport, but the third actually works for Greater Manchester Police.
No, blow me down with a feather. Never would have thought that would happen. That the person that got attacked would have had any links to either the police or politicians or doctors. They always get in there as well.
Yes, that is what the solicitor Ahmed Yaqub told us, that this is a family with three brothers, and the eldest one is a serving officer for Greater Manchester Police who has not turned up to work today. He's told his supervisor that he feels unsafe, he feels threatened, and the family are saying that, you know, that is part of the picture. They say that...
Okay, that was an edit done by that allegedly channel, not BBC.
That they are speaking to the police watchdog, the IOPC. They're appealing for people who were at the Terminal 2 at Manchester Airport who haven't yet given up their footage, and there were people filming there, even more people.
People filming there, wow. Anyone would think you had a film crew there ready to capture it. Because when I see people getting violently beaten up, first thing I do is get my camera out and start filming it. No.
Apparently that have already provided footage.
Yeah, those haven't. Who basically, it sounds like people were there just to film it. Because she says, remember, if you haven't submitted your footage yet, you're obliged to, as in accordance with our agreements. This just doesn't sound right. If you think, I mean, how many versions of a beating do you need? Okay, we've seen 10 different angles of this person getting beaten up. Is this now confirmed? I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to see it, because no, I would like to see a unbroken, start to finish video of what happened. It's the sort of thing, though, that if it was uploaded, any channel it gets uploaded to would probably be taken down quite quickly. I think only official outlets such as BBC, ABC, Sky News are allowed to broadcast or have hold of it. They verified it using this.
Airport who haven't yet given up their footage, and there were people filming there, even more people apparently that have already provided footage.
Well, let's get more on the political reaction to all of this.
I think these police yesterday should be commended. They should, in fact, I give them a medal, because look what happened yesterday, what we've been told so far. Female officer.
Job well done, that's what he thinks. Those people involved yesterday should be commended. Who's he commending? The people that got beaten up? Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Why would you commend... What, did they do a great job at acting that day or something? Hang on, let's hear him say that again.
To all of this.
I think these police yesterday should be commended. They should, in fact, I give them a medal.
What did he say? I think these play yesterday. My hearing's not great, the subtitles aren't picking it up properly, but those that play, what? Say that again, run that past me one more time.
I think these police yesterday should be commended. They should, in fact, I give them a medal.
I think he's saying the police yesterday should be commended. He would give them a medal, my goodness. Put your foot in your mouth if that's real.
Because look what happened yesterday, what we've been told so far. Female officer had her nose broken, other officers dragged to the ground, they tried to take the gun. We've got officers in hospital who are in it.
Well, there'll be footage of this then, and you'll be showing that on the news, I'm sure. Nah, all we're going to see is what we've already seen.
Airport.
That was the Reform MP Lee Anderson.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess it deserves a closer look. But as I did say, I've covered very similar kind of things happening. We'll go with George Floyd. Again, somewhat different went on. If you want to see police brutality, bear in mind what we saw going on there. I've also made a video on the subject of police interceptors. It was called Scripted Reality. And if you want to see police brutality, just take a look at this. I mean, it's some kid who's riding his motorcycle without insurance. I mean, it's hardly the biggest crime in the world, is it? But they batter the kid, literally smash him down. And, I mean, they stop short of stamping on his head. Yeah, I've loosely covered George Floyd. No footballer gets Black Lives Matter and Neil salute correct, because the foot's all weird. But that's not what I'm exactly looking at. Although you do see the same theatrical kneel on the head in police interceptors. Let's find it. Maybe I'll search for it. Scripted reality. Obby lines. Let's see if that brings up what we're after. Not exactly. There we go. Scripted reality, police interceptors. Right, you want to see police brutality? Check out how badly this person takes out this kid. All he did was ride his motorcycle without insurance. Right, someone falls off your bike in front of you, whether or not they're driving with or without insurance, your first thing should be check they're okay. What does this police officer do? Come on, guys, ready for a fight? Doesn't even have a chance to take his helmet off, and he's on him, like battering him. Could have a broken neck for all they know. He's just come off his bike. Don't care. Kneel on this kid's head. But this is supposedly all well and good. The police love this sort of stuff. As that MP said, the police there should get a medal. Yeah, I'm guessing. So whatever was going on in that allegedly channel video, there we go. There's the kneel on the head, and I make my comparison with George Floyd. This, if you kneel on someone's head, isn't how you put your back foot. Just try it. If you ever want to try kneeling on something, see how much leverage you get when all you've got is your toes supporting it. Utter madness. And there we go, George Floyd, exactly the same thing on the other side. That's police brutality. It's the same thing, but if it's on police interceptors, we go, yay, good job, lads. Keep trashing them. Keep taking those scumbag criminals down. Right, I'm thinking we're probably gonna bring things to a close in a second. At least someone took part in the live chat. I'm guessing it'd be too much to hope anyone would on Rumble, though. Yeah, of course. Never mind, I do appreciate that there are, or were at least, people watching. Perhaps I've blabbered on too long and it's time I brought the stream to a close. Okay, I will be back on Sunday with part 8 of Stanley Plotkin's deposition. That was what the quiz was going to be about. It was going to be a Stanley Plotkin themed quiz. It's 5 questions. Perhaps we'll bring one up now. Just now. It'll take a minute. I might not even give you the answer. Well, unless anyone if anyone guesses in either of the live chats what the correct answer is to question 1, which would have been this is what you could have been watching if I hadn't seen that video by the BBC broadcast. You could have been watching me ask these questions to an empty live chat. Hang on, where are we? So question 1, if you've been watching our Stanley Plotkin's deposition watch along, you would probably know the answer to this. What was the safety testing period? Oh, let me line that up. Safety testing period for the Recombivax HB for hepatitis vaccine. Was it 5 days, 5 weeks, or 5 months? Someone would pop up in the live chat. Oh, we think it's A, we think it's B. This was back when I used to have people tune into my streams. Not that I want to sound bitter or anything, but and I take full responsibility for it if no one's watching. It's my content, so yeah, back when I would get someone to suggest what the answer was. There were 5 questions. I doubt. Well, if you've been watching, you would know it. But that will have to be one for another night because it's getting close to midnight now, and it's time. Thank you for watching, and hope you can join us on Sunday for part 8, I think it is now, of Stanley Plotkin's legal deposition. And I'm going to thank you for tuning in. I'm going to put some names up on the screen right now of people who I like to show my thanks and appreciation to. Really, anyone who's ever hit the thumb up button on any of my videos deserves to be on this list, as I take that as a huge compliment. So, hitting the thumbs up button, subscribing and sharing are other ways where that calls me to give my thanks to you guys for tuning in. Okay, tomorrow at sundown begins the Sabbath day, and I cannot finish a Thursday night live stream without saying I could not hardly recommend observing it. Okay, not in a half-hearted matter where you think, okay, I'm not going to buy, I'm not going to sell, but I can still work, right? Surely God doesn't expect me not to work on the Sabbath. Yes, that's exactly what is meant by the Sabbath day. It's a day of rest. Dismiss it to your own detriment. That is all I can say. Because anything taking place on the Sabbath day generally isn't really worth, you're not being part of it probably won't hinder you very much. You may think it does, but and there's a wonderful chapter in Hebrews about how not observing it leads to disobedience, and I can absolutely 100% agree that, yeah, if you're not when you factor in a day of rest, a Sabbath day, a day where you want to separate yourself from the world, it does mean you have to dismiss a lot of things which probably, if anyone's trying to live up to the commandments, as it were, God's commandments, you're very grateful that they're no longer part of your life. Put it that way. That's all I can say. Yeah, of course, we're not to lean on our own understanding. It may not make sense to you. What, the most profitable day of the week, Saturday, where I make all my money, want me to rest? Yeah, that is God's commandment. But of course, yeah, all I can say is just try it and see how you get on. Right. Okay. I got that. Every Thursday I like to say that. That's my start of preparation day, where I start getting things ready for sundown, where everything stops. Best time of the week, bar none. Okay. I hope whatever you end up doing, you have yourself a wonderful weekend coming up, and a wonderful weekend starts with the Sabbath day. I've got to say it. Can't say it any other way. I'll be back after that on Sunday. Hope you are with us then. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. I will be back with you soon. Okay. Yeah, no one had a pop at my quiz, did they, just before we finish? I'm not missing anything, am I? Nope. No one in Rumble or YouTube took a stab at it. The testing period, that will be a test for another day. Okay. Take care. Over and out. Good night.
Have you ever used orphans to study an experimental vaccine?
Yes.